What you got to do is make sure you come out the house with the right clothes on.
I'm so cold.
I know.
Because Mother Nature's very shy and she likes to cover up. She don't like to be naked. But if we don't cover her up, she's going to put something on herself, and usually the things that Mother Nature's puts on are the things you don't want on your patch.
Safe to say, the allotment is quiet today. But what always strikes me whenever we come up to the allotment, it's true, isn't it? That whenever we come up here, everyone is so friendly.
Oh, they are. No one's checking in after the winter.
We're checking in as well, because obviously we've made a load of plans, and now we're trying to actually work out how those plans are going to happen in reality, right?
Yeah. See what space we have and what we need to do, and yeah. Because the whole thing with gardening is that whatever you plan to do, you have to do stuff a good few weeks beforehand as well. So I think that's what we're trying to do.
That's what you've learned.
Yeah.
When it comes this time of year, really, now is the time you need to start putting your foot down a little bit and kind of with the preparation. So today, for me, it's all about weeding. I'm going to plant out some little onion sets that I've just given a bit of a head start to as well, which I haven't done before, so we're going to see how that goes. The first thing that you're going to want to do in your allotment in the month of January is tidy things. I know this isn't a sexy job, but it really has got to be done. It's really, really important. When I say tidy, what do I mean? Well, you're going to have to go through the plot and work out what you want to keep and what you don't. Maybe there's been some storm damage. There's been lots and lots of storm damage here from the bad weather and some kind of unsecure structures. So just make sure that any kind of structures on your site are nice and secure. And you have to be a bit brutal about this and kind of not be too sentimental, because spring is coming and you want to get cracking. You want to start growing things, and you can't afford to have mess once you start planting things out. That is incredibly important. You also want to really, really think about weeding, because even though the winter is obviously the coldest season, the slowest growing season, if you look at your plot, you will see that there are 100% still weeds coming through. And if you are on a no-dig plot like the one I'm on, you're going to find actually there's probably less weeds than you might think. But nevertheless, you'll see the little shoots, the little tiny weeds coming up, the perennial weeds, self-seeded perhaps. And it's really important to just go across your plot with a hoe and just take off the top layer of soil and just kind of behead them, get the weeds out. There's a question I'm asked quite a lot regarding dig, no dig. And I'm a big fan of no dig as an approach. I've been trying it for the last year. And with no dig, it's very, very important to understand that when I say no dig, it's not a case of you're not digging at all. It's just, as Charles Dowding says, minimal soil disturbance. So running the hoe across the top of the soil, minimising the disturbance and just getting rid of those weeds. It's really important that you do that in the month of January, because it's just going to give you that head start, and trust me, you're going to be so grateful that you did it in the months ahead. Another job that you can do on a freezing cold January day at the allotment is try and keep warm. Dave, have you got any tips?
Yes, what you got to do is make sure you come out the house with the right clothes on for a start.
and you are modelling a very nice Russian number.
Yes.
I'm not sure, is it authentic?
It is. I travelled far and wide to get this.
So go on. Somebody comes to the allotment in January.
Yeah.
I've just literally, before you come walking down here, I've said that tidying is like the main job that you're going to need to be doing.
Definitely.
So tidying edges, tidying fallen structures if there are any.
Yeah.
Of which there have been quite a lot. And then tidying in terms of weeding, because actually things still grow, don't they?
Yes.
You know, weeds still grow despite the cold weather.
They do, because Mother Nature's very shy and she likes to cover up. She don't like to be naked. But if we don't cover her up, she's going to put something on herself, and usually the things that Mother Nature's puts on are the things you don't want on your patch. Not necessarily bad things, but just probably things that you probably don't want on your patch.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is a major thing. Tidy up, keep your space tidy. Just clean the things that you don't want on your patch off. Simple as that.
Because the thing is over the next few months, like, things are going to accelerate big time.
Yes.
And I'm sure you see it here, because Dave is actually the patch manager of the allotment site where we do our growing.
And that's where you can only wear a hat like this if you're the manager.
But although Dave's actually just said to us a few minutes ago off camera that actually he doesn't like this being described as an allotment necessarily, but like a community growing site.
Absolutely.
And actually today, you can see there's loads of people just like chatting to each other, and there's quite a nice atmosphere, even though it's freezing cold and we have lost our feeling in our feet.
And for hands.
But the thing is that it's going to change.
Yes.
It's going to get warmer, and I just think, when it gets warmer, it's so important to have the more mundane jobs done.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, talking about warmer, we're only cold because we're chatting. Because the facts are, when you come out here in whatever weather, as long as you come with the layers on, you get grafting and tidying up your plot and doing your bits and bobs and replacing your structures that have fell down or getting a bit of weeds out, you'll be taking them layers off quicker than anything. So you shouldn't worry about the cold, because you're definitely going to be warmed up, because it's physical. It's a physical workout, a mental workout. You just feel fantastic about it. So as long as you come with the right gear on.
100%.
Do you know how many pairs of socks I've got on today?
I dread to think.
I don't even know, but I think it's about 6 or 7 pairs of socks.
You can't tell.
Well, I'm a size 7. I've got size 9 boots on, and the socks,
they're not
the
moving.
socks are filling the rest of them. Yeah.
So I need to get moving and get warm, right? But before you go, I want to ask your opinion, because the other job I'm going to be doing is planting out these, and now these are these kind of, there's some onion sets that I planted a bit before Christmas and I've left in the polytunnel.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
I reckon they're doing great.
Basically, I should say, this is like a process of almost like forcing the onion sets, like making them put on a bit of growth. So I've just put them in a module tray like that, planted them out, put them in the polytunnel where it's a lot warmer than it is out here.
Yeah, they don't mind a bit of cold, these things.
What do you reckon? Do you think this is going to work?
I do.
Do you think it's going to give me an advantage?
I do, because let's say, just through experience on here, there's our root ball, which is a lovely root ball, but you haven't got the foliage on top. Usually when you get these onion sets, you don't have all this going on, so you've got this to a right good standard. And usually you plant those, and here particularly, the birds pinch them, everything pinches them to try and put them away for winter, the Christmas dinner. And they can fail because they're not there. They haven't failed, they've just been taken. But you've got a lot going on here, and if you get them in the ground, you could possibly, get them into the ground and leave that foliage on the top there, and they'll establish really quick because you've already got the roots that are dying to spread, and you'll do really well with those. They'll do smashing.
I mean, I should say, Dave, that I left them in the polytunnel and I just completely forgot they were there. I kind of found them this morning and I was like, oh.
Pretty resilient onions. You can't go far wrong.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crack on and get these in, and I'm conscious of taking up too much of Dave's time because he's not just you're not just a patch manager, you're like the community glue.
The glue.
So Dave, thank you so much for your time in the video, man. Go and warm up, man. I'm gonna plant these.
Yeah, go for it. Keep warm.
You can see here that I'm using a dibber to make the holes for the plugs to go into. This is a no-dig bed, as I mentioned a few moments ago, so you want to kind of minimise the amount of soil disturbance. FYI, I'm recording this as a voiceover because on the day we filmed this, it was too cold to talk to the camera. I was losing the feeling in my hands. You can see I'm leaving about a 45cm spacing between each hole that I'm going to put the plugs in. And this is just to give this variety of onion the room to grow to its maximum size. This is a bit of an experiment doing it like this. We'll see how it goes.
Hey Andy.
I'm so cold.
I know.
I'm absolutely freezing.
I've got a runny nose.
I can't feel my fingers.